Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayanti Nashtaprayeshu Bhatreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. So continuing with the discussion on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, chapter 5. The glories of Lord Nityanand Balram, text 23 onwards. Mathura Dwarkaya Nij Rupa Prakashiya Nana Rupe Vilase Chaturvyuhaya. Lord Krishna manifests his own form in Mathura and Dwarka. He enjoys pastimes in various ways by expanding into the quadruple forms. Vasudev Sankarshna Pradyumna Niruddha Sarva Chaturvyuha Anshi Turiya Vishuddha. Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna and Aniruddha are the primary quadruple forms from whom all other quadruple forms are manifested. They are all purely transcendental. Eitin loke Krishna keval lila maya neja gana laya khele ananta samaya. Only in these three places, means Dwarka, Mathura and Gokul, does the all-sporting Lord Krishna perform his endless pastimes with his personal associates. Paravyoma Madhyakari Swarupa Prakash Narayana Rupe Karen Vividha Vilas. In the Vaikuntha planets of the spiritual sky, the Lord manifests his identity as Narayan and performs pastimes in various ways. So in Vaikuntha planets, he manifests as Narayan, Chaturvaj form. But in Vrindavan, Mathura, Dwarka, he is himself in his original form and he performs his pastimes. Swarup Vigra Krishnera Kevala Dvibhuja, Narayana Rupe Sei Tanu Chaturubhuja, Shankha Chakra Gada Padma Mahaeshwara May, Shri Bhu Nila Shakti Yara Charana Sevai. Krishna's own form has only two hands, but in the form of Lord Narayan, he has four hands. Lord Narayan holds a conch shell, disc, club, and lotus flower, and he is full of great opulence. The Shri, Bhu, and Nila energies serve at his lotus feet. In the Ramanuja and Madhva sects of Vaishnavism, there are extensive descriptions of the Shri, Bhu, and Nila energies. In Bengal, the Nila energy is sometimes called the Lila energy. These three energies are employed in the service of four-handed Narayan in Vaikuntha, relating how three of the alvars, namely Bhuta Yogi, Sari Yogi, and Bhranta Yogi, saw Narayan in person when they took shelter at the house of a Brahmin in the village of Gehali or Tirukovalur. The Prapanamrita of the Sri Sampradaya describes Narayan as follows. So they saw the lotus-eyed Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, mounted on Garuda and holding Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, to his chest. He resembled a bluish rain cloud with flashing lightning, and in two of his four hands he held a conch shell and disc. His arms stretched down to his knees, and all his beautiful limbs were smeared with sandalwood and decorated with glittering ornaments. He wore yellow clothes, and by either side stood his energies, Bhumi and Nila. So Shri is Lakshmi Ji that he was holding, and on either side, the standing were Bhumi and Nila. There is a following reference to the Shri, Bhu, and Nila energies in the Sita Upanishad. Mahalakshmi, the supreme energy of the Lord, is experienced in different ways. She is divided into material and spiritual potencies. And in both features, she acts as a willing energy, creative energy, and the internal energy. The willing energy is again divided into three, namely Shri, Bhu, and Nila. Okay, but I don't know the exact aspect of these three energies and what are their services. Quoting from the revealed scriptures in his commentary on Bhagavad Gita, Madhacharya has stated that Mother Material Nature, which is conceived of as the illusory energy Durga, has three divisions, namely Shri, Bhu, and Nila. She is an illusory energy for those who are weak in spiritual strength, because each such energies are created energies of Lord Vishnu. Although each energy has no direct relationship with the unlimited, they are subordinate to the Lord because the Lord is a master of all energies. So, yes, Madhacharya also says that all energies are subordinate to the Lord. In his Bhagavad Sandarbha, Srila Jiva Goswami Prabhu states, the Padma Puran refers to the eternally auspicious abode of Godhead, which is full in all opulences, including the energies Shri, Bhu, and Nila. The Mahasamhita, which discusses the transcendental name and form of Godhead, also mentions Durga as a potency of the Supersoul in relationship with the living entities. The internal potency acts in relation with his personal affairs, and the material potency manifests the three modes. Quoting elsewhere from the revealed scriptures, he states that Shri is the energy of Godhead that maintains the cosmic manifestation. Bhu is the energy that creates the cosmic manifestation, and Nila or Durga is the energy that destroys the creation. So this is what Jiva Goswami has quoted, and these are the services or services of the three energies. All these energies act in relation with the living beings, and thus they are together called Jiva Maya. But in Gaudiya Vaishnavism, these energies are described in relationship with Lord Narayan, but not in relationship with Krishna. Yadyapi kevaltar krida matradhar tathapi jivere kripaye kare ekakar. Although his pastimes are his only characteristic functions, by his causeless mercies, he performs one activity for the fallen souls. Salokya samipya sashi sarupya prakar chari mukti diya kare jivera nista. He delivers the fallen living entities by offering them the four kinds of liberation: Salokya, Samipya, Sarshti, and Sarupya. There are two kinds of liberated souls: those who are liberated by the favor of the Lord and those who are liberated by their own effort. So those who are liberated by the favor of the Lord are called Kripa Siddh, and those who are liberated by their own effort are called Sadhana Siddh. One who gets liberated by his own effort is called an impersonalist. Okay, I mean, if he goes to Brahmjyoti and he merges into the glaring effulgence of the Lord, the Brahmjyoti. But devotees of the Lord who qualify themselves for liberation by devotional service are offered four kinds of liberation, namely Salokya. Salokya means on the same lok, status equal to that of the Lord. Samipya, constant association with the Lord. Sarshti means same opulence, opulence equal to that of the Lord. And Sarupya, features like those of the Lord. So Krishna, he appears, he delivers the fallen souls by offering the four kinds of liberation. Brahma Sayujya Muktir Tahanahi Gati Vaikuntha Bahire Hai Tashabarastiti. Those who attain Brahma Sayujya liberation cannot gain entrance into Vaikuntha. Their residence is outside the Vaikuntha planets. So this is what happens to those who merge in Brahma Jyoti, and those who are very fond of saying, oh, there is Nirakar and Nirvishesh and this and that. They don't get entrance into Vaikuntha planets. Vaikuntha Bahire Ek Jyotirmaya Mandal Krishnera Angera Prabha Parama Ujjval. Outside the Vaikuntha planets is the atmosphere of the glowing effulgence, which consists of the supremely bright rays of the body of Lord Krishna. Supremely bright rays is Brahmjyoti. Siddha loka namatara prakriti rapa chitta swarup taha nahi chitta shakti vikar. That region is called Siddha Loka, and it is beyond the material nature. Its essence is spiritual, but it does not have spiritual varieties. So in the light, there are no varieties. It just one is stuck there. There are no pastimes, no variegatedness, nothing. It's just light. Surya Mandalyena Bahir Nirvishesha Bhitare Surya Ratha Adi Savishesha. It's like the homogeneous effulgence around the sun. But inside the sun are the chariots, horses, and other opulences of the sun god. Inside the sun, there are chariots, horses. So those who don't have faith, they'll say, aren't the chariots, horses, they're going to burn up because they're inside sun and sun is all fire? From their intelligence, whatever they know, yes, but if we understand it properly, 5 elements are there: earth, water, fire, air, ether. So in those entities on the sun planet, the fire element is much more compared to the other elements, especially earth and water. Air and ether can be there. So that kind of body they have with these different permutations, combinations of these 5 elements. That's it. So they have chariots, they have horses, but their body composition is different. Outside of Vaikuntha, the abode of Krishna, which is called Paravyom, is a glaring effulgence of Krishna's bodily rays. This is called the Brahmajyoti. The transcendental region of that effulgence is called Siddhaloka or Brahmaloka. When impersonalists achieve liberation, they merge into that Brahmaloka effulgence. So this Brahmaloka is not the same where Brahmaji lives. This transcendental region is undoubtedly spiritual, but it contains no manifestations of spiritual activities or variegatedness. It is compared to the glow of the sun. Within the sun's glow is a sphere of the sun, where one can experience all sorts of varieties. Kama dveshat bhayat snehad yatha bhakti eshvare mana aveshya tadagam hitva bhavas tad gatim gataha. As through devotion to the Lord one can attain his abode, many have attained that goal by abandoning their sinful activities and absorbing their minds in the Lord through lust, envy, fear, or affection. So these are the 4 ways we can go to the abode of the Lord. As a powerful sun by its glowing rays can purify all kinds of impurities, so the all spiritual personality of Godhead can purify all material qualities in a person he attracts. He can purify all material qualities. Those what's so difficult for the Lord. Even if one is attracted by Godhead in the mode of material lust, such attraction is converted into spiritual love of Godhead by his grace. Similarly, if one is related to the Lord in fear and animosity, he also becomes purified by the spiritual attraction of the Lord. Although God is great and the living entity is small, they are spiritual individuals, and therefore, as soon as there is a reciprocal exchange by the living entity's free will, at once the great spiritual being attracts a small living entity, thus freeing him from all material bondage. This is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto. And not just Krishna, his devotees also. Just like one particular incident in Prabhupada's life is coming to my mind. There was a thief in India. Thief. He was in jail, and when he got out of the jail, he somehow got this book, Back to Godhead magazine. And in the back cover page, there was picture of Prabhupada, and Prabhupada's picture with his hand in which he was wearing a very expensive watch, because his disciples used to give him all these gifts. So this thief, he was in Bombay. He thought of stealing that watch. He got attracted to that watch. So somehow he found out where is this Swamiji and then how to approach him. And Prabhupada was coming to Bombay, or he was in Bombay at that time. And this man, thief, he went to see Prabhupada. And somehow Prabhupada was very liberal or very approachable at that time. And he just went to Juhu temple and met Prabhupada. And Prabhupada saw him, Prabhupada was talking to him, but his attention was completely at that watch that Prabhupada was wearing. But somehow Prabhupada was still wearing that watch that was in the picture. So Prabhupada understood his intentions, clearly understood. Prabhupada said, "Oh, you like this watch?" He was surprised, but he said yes. Prabhupada took it off and gave it to him. Okay, you keep it. And then he just fell down at Prabhupada's feet crying. He said, "I am a thief and this is what I came to take away." And Prabhupada completely changed his heart. And he became a devotee. He took initiation from Prabhupada. He's still in Jew temple. I'm not going to tell you the name. He's still in Jew temple. We're doing wonderful service. In fact, later on, Prabhupada told him, I think he told him to go to London. And because he was a thief, he was orphan, he didn't even know his parents. So there was form to fill out for the passport. So for a few days later, Prabhupada, did you apply for the passport? He said, "No, Swamiji, because I don't have a father and it has a father's name." Prabhupada said, "Just put down my name." And he put down Prabhupada's name and went to London to preach. This is Prabhupada. So what to speak of Krishna? Prabhupada could do that. Yadarinam priyanam cha prapyam ekam ivoditam tad brahma krishna yo rekyat kiranarka pamajushu. Where it has been stated that the Lord's enemies and devotees attain the same destination, this refers to the ultimate oneness of Brahman and Lord Krishna. This may be understood by the example of the sun and sunshine, in which the Brahman is like the sunshine and Krishna himself is like the sun. This verse is from Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu of Srila Rupa Goswami, who further discusses the same topic in his Laghu Bhagavatamrita. There he refers to Vishnu Puran, where Maitreya Muni asked Parashar in regard to Jaya and Vijay, how it was that Hiranyakashipu next became Ravan and enjoyed more material happiness than the demigods, but did not attain salvation, although when he became Shishupal, quarreled with Krishna and was killed, he attained salvation and merged into the body of Lord Krishna. Parashar replied that Hiranyakashipu failed to recognize Lord Narasimhadev as Lord Vishnu. He thought that Narasimhadev was some living entity who had acquired such opulence by various pious activities. Being overcome by the mode of passion, he considered Lord Narasimhadev an ordinary living entity, not understanding his form. Nevertheless, because Hiranyakashipu was killed by the hands of Lord Narasimhadev, in his next life he became Ravan and had proprietorship of unlimited opulence. As Ravan with unlimited material enjoyment, he could not accept Lord Ram as a personality of Godhead. Therefore, even though he was killed by Ram, he did not attain Sayujya, or oneness with the body of the Lord. In his Ravan body, he was too much attracted to Ram's wife, Janaki, and because of that attraction, he was able to see Lord Ram. But instead of accepting Lord Ram as an incarnation of Vishnu, or Lord Ram as Vishnu, Ravan thought him an ordinary living being. When killed by the hands of Ram, therefore he got the privilege of taking birth as Shishupal, who had such immense opulence that he could think himself a competitor to Krishna. Although Shishupal was always envious of Krishna, he frequently uttered the name of Krishna and always thought of the beautiful features of Krishna. Thus, by constantly thinking and chanting of Krishna, even unfavorably, he was cleansed of the contamination of his sinful activities. When Shishupal was killed by Sudarshan Chakra of Krishna as an enemy, his constant remembrance of Krishna dissolved the reactions of his vices, and he attained salvation by becoming one with the body of the Lord. Of course, Shishupal's soul merged into the body of the Lord, but then he went back because he was the doorkeeper, Jay. And similarly, Dantavakra, when he was killed, his soul merged into the body, but then went back to become Vijay. From this incident, one can understand that even a person who thinks of Krishna as an enemy and is killed by him may be liberated by becoming one with the body of Krishna. What then must be the destination of devotees who always think favorably of Krishna as a master or friend? These devotees must attain a situation better than Brahmaloka, the impersonal bodily effulgence of Krishna. Devotees cannot be situated in the impersonal Brahman effulgence into which the impulseless desire to merge. The devotees are placed in Vaikuntha Loka or Krishna Loka. So this is a special place for the devotees. So sometimes people ask that Krishna killed so many enemies and they got liberated. Those were demons and they were always troubling devotees. So, and devotees also get liberated. So what's the difference in the liberation? So whether so better to become a demon and try to harass the devotees, or Krishna comes and kills you, and you get the same destination. It's not the same destination. One has to become such a big demon that Krishna has to come and kill. Or if we are just little bitty demons, Krishna's energies can kill us, or police can capture and kill us, or rival gang members can kill us, or even the devotees. Maybe the king is powerful and he can kill us. So for one, we have to become a demon of such a great expertise or great level that Krishna has to come and kill us. Secondly, the destination is not the same. That when Krishna kills an enemy, may be liberated by becoming one with the body of Krishna. But devotees, they don't get into the impersonal Brahman effulgence. The devotees are placed in Vaikuntha Loka or Krishna Loka. The destiny is different. And at the same time, when we are living in this body, performing devotional service and always being in bliss, this life is completely different than the life of demons when they are always afraid of Krishna or the laws of the land or laws of nature. They're always afraid. Devotees are not afraid. This discussion between Maitreya Muni and Parashar Muni centered on whether devotees come down into the material world in every millennium like Jay and Vijay, who were cursed by Kumaras to that effect. In the course of these instructions to Maitreya about Hiranyakashipu, Ravan and Shishupal, Parashar did not say that these demons were formerly Jay and Vijay. He simply described the transmigration through three lives. It is not necessary for the Vaikuntha associates of the Supreme Personality of Godhead to come to take roles. Okay, let me just want to highlight it first. So it is not necessary for the Vaikuntha associates of the Supreme Personality of Godhead to come to take the roles of his enemies in all the millenniums in which he appears. The fall down of Jay and Vijay occurred in a particular millennium. Jay and Vijay do not come down in every millennium to act as demons. To think that some associates of the Lord fall down from Vaikuntha in every millennium to become demons is totally incorrect. So not every time, different kalpas, he has different persons, living entities, becoming these demons and giving fight to the Lord, and giving pleasure to the Lord through the fight. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has all the tendencies that may be found in the living entity, for he is a chief living entity. Therefore, it is natural that sometimes Lord Vishnu wants to fight, just as he has the tendencies to create, to enjoy, to be a friend, to accept a mother and father, and so on. He also has the tendency to fight. Sometimes important landlords and kings keep wrestlers with whom they practice mock fighting. And Vishnu makes similar arrangements. The demons who fight with the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the material world are sometimes his associates. When there is scarcity of demons and the Lord wants to fight, he instigates some of his associates of Vaikuntha to come and play as demons. When it is said that Shishupal merged into the body of Krishna, it should be noted that in this case he was not Jay or Vijay, he was actually a demon. Okay, so in this case he was not, because otherwise he cannot merge. Devotees don't merge in the body of the Lord. In his Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Srila Sanatana Goswami got kicked out. In the Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Srila Sanatana Goswami has explained that the attainment of salvation by merging into the Brahman effulgence of the Lord cannot be accepted as the highest success in life, because demons like Kansa, who were famous for killing Brahmins and cows, attained that salvation. For devotees, such salvation is abominable. Devotees are actually in a transcendental position, whereas non-devotees are candidates for hellish conditions of life. There is always difference between the life of a devotee and the life of a demon, and their realizations are as different as heaven and hell. And so is the destination of devotees and demons. Demons are always accustomed to being malicious towards devotees and to killing Brahmins and cows. For demons, merging into the Brahman effulgence may be very glorious, but for devotees it is hellish. A devotee's aim in life is to attain perfection in loving the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Those who aspire to merge into the Brahman effulgence are as abominable as demons. Means, Prabhupada is saying those who want to merge into Brahm Jyoti, that is all the Gyanis, they want to merge in Brahm Jyoti. And Prabhupada says, as abominable as demons, because demons means, as Bhagavad Gita says, there are two kinds of people, demons, demoniac and devotees, or demoniac and divine. Demoniac means they don't want to serve the Lord. They want to serve their senses. So all these jnanis, they're basically serving their senses. They're not serving the Lord. Merging is Brahman effulgence, merging in Brahman effulgence, how is it a service to the Lord? He's not pleased. He has made it a destination for demons whom he kills, or the jnanis who want to go to Brahmajyoti. But it's not that it pleases him. So devotees who aspire to associate with the Supreme Lord to render him transcendental loving service are far superior, much, much, much superior than to all the demons and all the people who want to merge in Brahmajyoti. Even just think of Buddhists. For them, they say ultimate destination is void. Everything is void. We just become void. it doesn't please Krishna. Some say, oh, he came as Buddha. Yeah, he came as Buddha, but in the form of Lord Buddha, he just put down the Vedas. He told his followers that don't believe in Vedas. So that's not a very good system of religion. And same thing about Mayavadis. When they say we all are God, we are God, you are God, everybody is God, basically they're talking about Brahmjyoti only. Because for them, Krishna or Ram or Nrsimhadev, Vamandev, Varahadev, they're all transformations of some perversion that happens in Brahman. And they come, they do their pastimes, and then they merge into Brahmjyoti. So for us, for their followers, they say our ultimate aim is Brahmjyoti. We're going to merge in that. Oh. So, and Prabhupada said they're as abominable as demons. Even though they might be studying scriptures and doing so much of austerity and maybe big scholars of Sanskrit or this or that, it does not please the Lord. Bhakti means to please the Lord. That's all. And they will try to put down, they always try to put down Vaishnavas. We have to be strong in our understanding, in our beliefs, by studying scriptures and with our sadhana, conviction, everything has to be strong. So we don't deviate from the path, and that's how we also preach to others. We take up devotional service. And that is why Prabhupada, the pranam mantra of Prabhupada, second pranam, Namo Vishnu Padaya, we all know, Krishna Prasthana Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane, Namaste Saraswati Deve. Saraswati, his Guru Maharaj, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He is Saraswati Deve, his spiritual master Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Gauravani Pracharine. So he is spreading the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gauravani. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatari. Nirvishesha, Brahmja, all these Nirakarvadis, Shunyavadi, Nirvishesha Shunya, all Buddhists also. And then Paschatya, those who are following the system of Western world, means eat, drink, and be merry. That's all. Tarine, he is the one who's there to liberate all these people. So somebody might say, well, we are Indians, so we are not Paschatya Desha. If we are not Nirvishesha and not Shunyavadi followers, or if we are just confused, so Prabhupada is not helping. Of course, Prabhupada is. Those who are not following Vaishnavism, basically they're following this Paschatya Desha philosophy. Eat, drink, and be merry. Enjoy. I mean, even if we are living in India or outside India, doesn't matter. And Paschatya Desh also doesn't mean he's not liberating people of Eastern Asian countries like Japanese or Chinese. Of course he is. Because they all are following one of the three. Everybody is following one of the three. Or maybe all three. So this is what Prabhupada came to give us. Actually, I'm going to stop now because tomorrow early morning, Rajiv Prabhu and I and another friend are going for little pilgrimage, going to 2 temples to take darshan. Whole day we will be out. Yes, tomorrow there won't be any class. I'll be back very late. So, see, anybody has any questions or comments?
Prabhuji, Gita class will be there tomorrow?
No,
No?
not.
Okay. Okay.
Chalo, okay, so we'll stop here. You all have safe and wonderful day. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.